Hi, I'm Pokemon Nuzlocke. In today's video, I'll be taking you on a step-by-step tutorial on how to get set up for your first Nuzlocke. If you want to learn more about Nuzlocking or Pokemon content in general, be sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified for all my future videos. So if you decided to go ahead and start your first Nuzlocke challenge, you might be asking yourself, what game should I be playing? Well, there's a lot of options. But I would say your best option is to go with the game that you know the best. This is an important decision to consider, especially when it comes to things like typings. For example, the Pokemon Beedrill is actually weak to bug and neutral to poison in Generation 1, whereas in Gen 3, he resists both. And the more that you know about the ROM you're playing, the more likely it is that you're going to be successful in your Nuzlocke run. Still not sure which game to pick? Don't worry, I recommend Pokemon Firered. This is a great game to play for beginner Nuzlockers, and it's the game that I'll be using for this tutorial video. So let's start with step 1, picking your starter. Personally, I like to choose my starter, but some people like using the last digit of their trainer ID to randomize their starter choice. Up first is Charmander. So Charmander actually has the lowest total base stat of all the starter Pokemon, but it does have the highest speed stat. Looking at its move pool, it doesn't learn a good fire move until level 31. And as far as its TM set is concerned, most of these moves are physical moves. Charizard is a special attack Pokemon. Moreover, Charmander does very poorly against Brock and Misty, which is why for this reason I'd have to say I don't recommend Charmander as your starter if you're a beginner Nuzlocker. Up next is Squirtle. Taking a look at those stats, you can see Squirtle has excellent special defense and the highest physical defense of all 3 starter Pokemon. Looking at those move sets, you can see it learns Bite at level 18. This is really great against Misty, and it learns Protect at level 28, which if you remember from my other video, is a very important move to have on board in your Nuzlocke. Looking at those TMs, you can see it learns Ice Beam here, which is excellent against Lance and those dragons. Last but not least is Bulbasaur, the grass Pokemon, which has the highest base stat total of all 3 starter Pokemon. Excellent special defense and the highest special attack. Looking at those movesets, you can see he learns Leech Seed at level 7. Combine that with Growl and Poison Powder, it's an excellent stall Pokemon early game. Can just save you in so many situations. Looking at the TM set, well, not as much type coverage here. And unfortunately, it can't learn Sludge Bomb until after the Elite Four in Fire Red. However, I still think Bulbasaur is an excellent Pokemon, and it's the Pokemon that I'll be using for this tutorial. It's very tanky, super defensive, excellent against Brock and Misty, and it resists electric Pokemon, so it could be good for the Tennis Surge as well. So after catching either your Rattata or Pidgey on Route 1, make sure to go to the Mart and pick up antidotes so you don't lose Pokemon to poison. So I'm going to stop here for a second and teach you about something really important, which is encounter management. So even though most of the encounters in the game are out of your control, there are things you can do to significantly increase the encounters that you'll have, and sometimes even guarantee certain Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and implement this technique here to see if we can guarantee a Mankey. So we're going to start with Route 1, then we're actually going to head to the Viridian Forest second. The reason for this is because Route 2 has a small chance of running into Caterpie or Weedle. So if you run into one there, then you pretty much have to have 2 bugs before Gen 1. Whereas if you go to the Viridian Forest first, you can pick up your bug Pokemon, and then if you run into it on Route 2, it's a dupes, and you can get that other Pokemon, because you're going to need to have both Pidgey and Rattata in order for this Manip to work. So get to Route 2, third, then we're going to actually wait until after you beat Brock, go get a Spearow on Route 3, and then that's going to guarantee us that Mankey over on Route 22. So I'm just going to touch very briefly on early game, including battling Brock, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to guarantee that Mankey. So there are actually 2 hidden items inside Viridian Forest. One of them is located here on this tree, and that is an antidote. And the second one is a potion located right in front of this trainer, which is the only mandatory trainer in the Viridian Forest. With Bulbasaur, the battle with Brock is literally as simple as using Vine Whip 2 times. Unless you have a minus special attack nature with 0 IVs, you're guaranteed to OHKO that Onix. And even then, he'd have to hit you with 2 critical hit Rock Tombs in order for you to lose that battle. All right, so we're going to go ahead and guarantee us that Mankey. So we head over to Route 3, and we're going to use what's called the Repel technique. So Spearow is the only Pokemon on Route 3 that's level 8, which means if we use a level 7 Pokemon as the first Pokemon in our party, and we use a Repel, we'll guarantee that we're going to catch a Spearow as our encounter on Route 3. Then you just head back to Route 22, and since you've already caught both Rattata and Spearow, you get a guaranteed Mankey. Thank you for watching the first video in the introduction to how to Nuzlocke Firered. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to get notified for all my future videos, and click the link in the description below to my Twitch channel, and come check me out for some more Pokemon content, including live Pokemon music.